And we're back again like we never left. Yesterday, y'all were expecting to see us. Please dry your little eye. we, as you can expect, we were taking care of some business and just out of pocket. But we never like to do the excuses thing, so do forgive us. But we're here today. Hey, Jeff, am I coming in clear?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear. Um, and you sound quite intelligent and quite handsome as well.
Thank you. I do sound handsome. Yeah.
Yes, sir. You sound like you could work for a radio show.
Thank you very much, Jeff. All right. So in sports, I think you have an actual better voice than I do. All right.
Hey, Sola, I appreciate that. And to the audience, welcome to the Big Daddy Energy Podcast. This is where we talk about all things related to man and manliness.
They tried to play us, but we made the game. Offend these haters, turn their shade to shame.
Believe you me.
Stick with the name that pays. Big Daddy everything. And they thought I was dumb to rap, but how dumb is that when I'm the running back? Go punch you in front of you at eye level, see if you gon' stomach that. It's food for thought, but we don't feed them hoes, we don't need them hoes. Eloquent, Big Daddy elephant, just in their element. Intelligence, telling men something they can tell a friend. And
So la, 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 la,
What's up, Bonnie?
What's up, buddy? Oh man, still think Jeff needs that ranch, brother. I was just paying attention to us eating. I don't pay attention to it all the time. Be like jamming, listen to the music. Yeah.
Hey, I ate food with Craig, and he knows that don't put no ranch on my side. All right? The ranch, put that on y'all side. Don't put it on my side.
What's up, Craig?
What's up, baby?
Buddy, you like that? I appreciate it. That was awesome, she said, Jeff.
All right on. Hey, quick note, whenever I see someone do but I see two H's, someone going real breathy, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It makes it even funnier.
I only see one H. You talking about the H at the end?
No, on that one she got it right, but it just reminded me of sometimes people type it real fast and do double H it.
I got you.
Well,
what's going on, guys? We're cooling. We glad to be on here, man. Just out here smashing goals. That's what I'm talking about, Craig.
That's what's up, man. Hey, I've been checking your post out, Craig, and I can see that you're serious, man. I got a new vibe from you, bro. Just from the posts and stuff, you know.
Taking care of business, but you know what, man? He's always been business, man. He's always been serious. Everybody may not have seen it. They may not take him serious, but he was. Remember how serious he was?
No, he was always serious. Yeah, it may. What I'm seeing may just be a level up. That may be what it is.
Yeah, he's just leveling up. Yeah.
You got that level up token. I see it, man.
That's what I'm talking about. That's me. A silent one is dangerous. That's silent H, brother.
Silent H, yeah.
H town. I talk a lot of shit, LOL, but I'll be for real. No, that's what I remember.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. But yeah. Man, he was young though, brother. Remember his face?
I do, man. He was young. Shaving every other day, not every day.
Yeah. I know he I see him, man. Big beard. Take care of business, man. That's why I love it, brother. Love it.
Square net up, homie.
All right, so yeah, we come in here laughing and enjoying ourselves. You know, there's gonna be something serious.
Yeah,
something pretty tough. Never want to be babyface again. LPL.
Yeah.
Oh well. Cool, man. I trust y'all doing good. We wanted to talk about something that troubled me. And it did used to, I mean, I just don't remember things like this troubling me uh a long time ago. But it does now. Hey Jeff, does it sound like I don't know, a little bit of like we could use a little bit of all right. All right. It was getting a little stale in here, man. I was trying to see,
Yeah.
There you go. Or maybe it's I miss everybody, man. I miss y'all.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah.
y'all?
Yeah.
Gone for a day. Here we go. Craig, you don't know nothing about that, man. Little pop music, little dance.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, man, it's just good being here, man. But something that's troubling me, man, very very much troubling me, is to see how easy it is. Pump it up.
Pump it up.
Nah, I jam opera on them days. I'm stressed out. Okay. I don't know if there's any opera on there. Yeah. Have y'all noticed that there's a lot more people, a lot of these youngsters, man, they're just laying people out, man.
Yeah.
Just a lot of senseless killings. I mean, I know where we're from. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Like I get it, like the beefs and the wars but at some point, man, we gotta try to taper off, don't y'all think?
Yeah.
Like there'll be a little bit of less of that.
Yeah.
What is there to do as a youngster, Jeff? Your brother's around this age. What is there to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, on the surface, it looks like they have access to so much more, from our generation of being young. And so it's, but I don't know, man. There's like this culture with the youngsters that has grown. The side of the culture that we grew up in, that's some of the other part of that culture has kind of dissipated. And then there's this new thing that continues to grow. And it's that willingness to commit violence on one another.
What you just said is you make a point a little bit earlier than what you just said. Could it be the careless storage and inventory of many weapons? I know that there's ghost guns being made. It's because they're scared to get beat up. It's wild. Yeah. A lot of these things could be talked out. Then you ain't got to fight. You can talk it out. A lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And then of course let it escalate to some fighting. Especially if it's just disrespect, brother. Nobody should die for disrespect, man.
Nah, I mean, you can jump each other. I'm down with jumping people. That's cool.
I would not
beating people up.
It's watered down. Yeah, yeah, but as far as like the availability of, and obviously, I don't want to make it seem like we need gun control. I'm not saying that, but
Right.
But is it different now than it was? 12 years ago?
In some ways, yes, but in many, no.
All right, please explain.
Yeah, so the gun laws have changed in the last 12 years. I think there was an assault weapons ban that was going on for quite a while. I think Bill Clinton started it, and then it ended with Obama. So there was a little period there where you couldn't just go buy certain style rifles and such. So stuff like that. But the thing is, man, there was more available guns that were more lethal in the 80s and in the 90s.
Like Uzis.
Uzis and fully automatic AKs and stuff, you know. And then the machine gun laws came into effect. And so you started seeing that kind of taper off where it's not really like machine guns doing drive-bys, killing all these innocent people. So in some ways, gun laws, I think, have made an impact, but it's America, man. There's always been a culture of guns. I mean, it goes far back to World War II. Japan, Emperor of Japan, is famous for saying that he's afraid that he woke the sleeping giant. And when asked about invading America, he said if we invaded America, there would be a rifle behind every blade of grass.
Damn.
Yeah, and so the world's kind of known America for being armed. There's always been guns, always. I think it's more now acceptable to be strapped, I guess. Maybe that has an impact.
Okay. Craig said it's so bad here in Corpus. I stay with my strap on me because the way it's been. I bet it is bad in Corpus. Corpus always like the people I know from Corpus, man, gangsters. They really was trying to make themselves on the map, bro. They calm down a little bit, man.
Yes. Like, bro, y'all live by a beach. Chill. There's something about them cities by the beach, though, brother.
Wow, man, that's how they feel, man. I know some people. Obviously, Craig, but I know some people from down there, man. They got on their mind, man. Yeah. It's like DJ Quick said, Corpus is just like Compton.
Yeah.
Or Corpus Christi. I don't know how you would say that. Got shot with a snow cone. Oh, get shot with a snow cone. LOL.
Yeah.
All right. So there's not necessarily more guns then, is what you're saying?
I mean, overall there is more guns, but there's also more people. You know what I mean? So I think there's just always been like an air of guns in the country. You know what I mean? It's always been like 2-to-1, 2 guns to 1 person, 3-to-1. But, you know, I know for a long time guns were a lot less attainable. They were more expensive. That tapered off for quite a while.
Yeah.
More manufacturers making AR-15s and such. There was a couple years there you buy AR-15 for like $300. You know what I'm saying? And so perhaps that has something to do with it.
Okay, so the issues that they have with one another, stuff like you shot somebody from my side. So, of course, I understand that. Rival gangs. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's easier now to get more guns and best, bro. I got a rocket launcher case in my room. I was shot here in CC by someone I know. I'm unarmed. As y'all can look at me and see, as you can tell.
Wu-Tang. Unarmed. Wu-Tang. Nothing in the hand. I think he's talking about the video for that song is what he's talking about. Because that was a music video, DJ Quick. And there's a clip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's doing a tour in the music video. So he's like in San Antonio. It's just
Compton. He said San Antonio.
Just like Compton, yeah.
Okay.
So it had to be shot in the city.
I got you. That was shot here in Corpus Christi by someone I know. Wow. Okay. All right, Jeff. So there's more guns, but there's more people, so it kind of averages out. But they're beefing over stuff like, you shot my boy, so I'm gonna kill you. Again, I understand that. But a lot of times, brother, they're shooting people just because of a disagreement that started when they were in like 6th grade over a girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
I rarely see it about money, brother. You know, and when I was growing up, that's a lot of what people's killing people for.
Yeah.
It's money and snitching.
Yeah.
Now nobody gets killed for snitching.
Nah, half the people in the city are snitching. It's wild, man. It's wild how many people are snitching these days, and then you see how the crime is increasing. And it makes me wonder, like, is it, because how do they know the crime unless somebody's telling? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is it that more people are telling, so that's why it looks like the
There's
crime
more
is
people
increased?
There's more people telling.
So does that like
They're making more arrests.
so it looks like the crime rate's going up?
There you go.
But if people aren't telling, then it looks like the crime rate's going down. So quit telling, and then the housing market will go back down.
There's way more stuff on the streets now.
Yeah.
All right, so I got this. The voters, because somebody's saying, "No, I know what to do about it. We'll vote."
Okay.
So, 65% of Hispanic voters said that violent crime is very important. It has a lot to do with when they make their decision about who to vote for. And then the black, we have 81% that say that's very important. Dealing with violent crime. But I'm just curious, what is a vote going to do? How does a vote change people getting violenced against?
Yeah, so I think it could be related to the misconception that gun control will fix the problem.
Oh, you think that's okay? So that's what they're looking at.
Yeah, and then like to answer the initial question, right, about the guns. Here's the deal, man. Is some of the cities that have the highest rate of violence and homicide with guns, have typically are also like the most strict in the way of gun control. Like they have the most laws on the books to mitigate guns.
Okay.
And so it seems like that's not going to work. Like taking guns out of law-abiding people and what they're able to do, then it doesn't seem like it fixes the violence. But it could be that, because I don't see what other thing you could vote for that would solve the violence problem. Like what legislation could solve the violence in the youth?
I'll tell them to stop. And I'll put it in a rap song.
Oh yeah, genius.
Yep. Because rap songs is why they do everything they do anyway. So
just do a rap song and tell them to quit.
Hey, don't shoot people. Matter of fact, say no to buying that gun. Don't buy that blick.
Yeah, there you go.
No. Don't use the switch. Don't put a switch on there.
Bars.
You're not a bitch.
Yeah. All right.
I was thinking like, so that's just like improv too, like off the top of my head, but something like that. Get a nice beat.
Get a good hook going.
Yeah. And remember the guy, that informant?
Oh yeah.
Works with us. Yeah, remember he told us he makes beats.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
And he knows some of these guys.
Yeah. They respect him, so we'll just
Yeah, they don't know.
We'll get him in the music video.
It's like, don't there's a new code in the streets. It's just
yeah. Put the guns down. Go chill with the family if the sun's down.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And they'll like it. Make the beat like slamming.
Word. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think about, brother. If they care about legislation, what I mean?
Yeah, politics. Brother, politics. What did my boy say, man? Politics is war.
Yeah, politics is war without bloodshed.
Without bloodshed. Yeah. So politics is war without bloodshed. It has nothing to do with the bloodshed part.
Yeah, there you go.
There's real bloodshed out here. It's not time to talk about politics.
Yeah, and legislation is violence at its core. That's what it is.
So it is violence, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because if you break the law, violent men with weapons will come and grab you. Yeah. And so it's like trying to fight fire with fire. Doesn't seem that that's going to work.
All right, so we're 20 minutes in, brother. What do we do, man? There's all these people that say, nah, I'm gonna. It doesn't matter if I throw my life away. Doesn't matter that everybody has cameras nowadays, and I'm for sure gonna be on one of them.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go over there with my boys, or I might go by myself, and I'm gonna shoot that person.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do, brother? What how?
Here's where I would start, brother. Tell me what you think about this.
Right.
I say we start at the source. We go to where the problems are, and look at the data there. And so I got some numbers, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the majority of children, people under the age of 18, that are killed in this country are killed by homicide, and the vast majority of that homicide is with guns. Now, we're looking at anywhere from 60 to 80% of that being Black and Hispanic children.
Damn.
Almost all of the gun violence is done black with towards the victims of Black or Hispanic children, and then the perpetrators, Black and Hispanic children. Vast majority. So that kind of like hones in where the problem is. In fact, from 99 to 2020, there was almost 39,000 gun-related homicides in a 20-year span. Within that group, Black and Hispanic. So I say, and this is not adults. This is just young. 38,000, almost 39,000 children were killed by gun violence. That's not including the 19-year-olds, the 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds that are being gunned down by each other as well, right? So we can see it's a huge problem. So it's a problem for the young people, and specifically Black and Hispanic people, and also very specifically in urban areas, big cities. Which that I guess you got to figure out is 100,000 people a big city. I don't know.
No,
compared to some parts of the U.S., it could be.
Oh, maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, I don't think there's that many people in the whole state of Idaho, so maybe it is. Right?
But maybe.
Okay. All right. It's just I don't know. Right. And it's getting worse. The numbers are getting worse. It goes up about 4% every year. It's not getting better. So start there, I guess. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm gonna throw some things out here. You tell me what you think. If you don't like it, you start right back. All right.
Okay.
All right, lock them up.
No.
Okay, you don't like that one.
No.
Killed him.
No, please. We're trying to stop killing.
All right. Movie time, because that always works.
Oh, like to settle them down? Get them to settle down a little bit? No, sir. No.
Yeah. You know what I do know would work, but it's going to take time, though. It's going to take a lot of time. But role models, brother.
Yeah.
Role models will work. I know for sure there's at least 3 or 4 people following in Nipsey's footsteps, right? I know for sure, brother.
Yeah.
So if we exchange one person for 3 new Nipsey Hussles, I'll do it. That works for me, bro. That's good math for me. Young Dolph is another guy. So we got Nipsey Hussle, we got Young Dolph. If we get another 1 or 2 of those kind of guys that say, nah, man, I'm going to build up this community. I'm going to try to get away from all this murder and violence and street stuff. We'll try to do something different. If we have more role models, brother, it will work. But the reason we don't have more role models, because we don't have real men pulling up, brother. And then some of the real men don't want to pull up, brother, because why would I throw away my only life for people who are not prepared to change? This is
Yeah.
the only one I was issued.
Yeah.
And I have a granddaughter right there. She's 2 months old.
Yeah.
Where can we find some role models, brother? Maybe it's movie people. Tell the movie people to come through.
Yeah, there's a few I'm sure that could influence. You know, um, I think the in the culture because we kind of know what culture this is, right?
Yes, sir.
What subculture of the United States is actually the ones doing all of this.
Yes, sir.
So people within that culture. Let me bring this up real quick. Back in the day, everybody had a problem with the violence that was expressed by groups like NWA and stuff, right?
Yep.
And what they said was, and a lot of their songs were actually about violence in the police,
Yeah.
right? They would talk about violence towards other people like themselves, but mostly it was like against the system and the police and that was really what the government had a problem with. But um, what they said was this is just a reflection of our environment,
I remember that.
right?
Yep.
And I used to always hear that and say, yeah. So what do you want? It's a reflection of our environment. Now that I'm a little older, I have a little more understanding. If all I'm doing is reflecting the environment that I'm in, the environment is going to get worse.
Yeah.
It won't get better, and it's not going to expose it to people for them to come and help
That's
to make
true.
it better. That's not
Yeah.
going to happen. What it's going to do is it's especially if it's good. If I'm doing this reflection, I'm giving you a reflection of this environment, and it sounds good. It makes me feel good when I listen to it. I agree with it, and then it becomes popular. It's only going to spread that environment out further.
Yeah.
More and more people are going to start becoming a part of it. It's going to tear down those communities. There's communities that used to be middle class that are now lower class. And I think a shift inside the culture that is reflecting the reality of the environment needs to change. Instead of reflecting the reality of the environment, we need to reflect the possibility of the environment, so to speak.
I thought when Drake came in, he fixed all that.
No, sir, he's from Canada.
Uh,
There's It's like 2 homicides a year in Canada.
Hmm.
So that's a good point, though. Believe it or not.
he reverted.
Not-
Like a lot of people
Yeah.
started saying, "Oh, okay, maybe I'll make that kind of music and still be cool." Still,
Oh. Oh. That's true. I thought that was the direction of hip hop and all. I thought it was going more towards clubbing and girls.
yeah.
I remember thinking like that. Yeah. And it was for a little while, I think.
No, it was because you had Soldier Boy. It was.
Yeah. People were kind of over it, man. Like, the 90s were tough.
But why
That's
is
tough.
Soldier Boy and Drake and a lot of these artists, why are they talking tough though now?
I don't know.
I've heard them. I've heard them say,
Yeah. I mean, how long has Drake been at the top of where he's at now? How long has he been there? 12 years?
well, at the very top, like tip of the top, like
Not longer than that. 15 years, maybe?
no, about 10, 12 years.
So when he came out, we were listening to him. We didn't believe him. We weren't going to believe him.
No.
Now that the people listening to him now, they weren't even born. They're all 15 and 16 years old. That's what we're talking about. 12-year-old, 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't know. They don't know who Drake was 10 years ago. They were children. That could be it. I don't know.
I like it though, brother. If the culture, which is feeding the streets, could change, because I remember listening to MC8.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jeff. Okay.
Yeah. Gia. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Gia. Yeah.
I remember listening to MC8, brother. I do,
Yeah.
man. I remember, and among others, obviously, that's not. If I know MC8, I know way more also other
Oh,
artists.
yeah, for sure, bro.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, brother, you've already got DJ Quick and MC8 in one podcast,
I
in one
know.
video.
Right.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. So, but I do remember that having an influence on me, brother. I mean, I already felt like I can do this if I wanted to, but but once you listen to that music, brother, it's really like, nah, go do it right now. Might as well do it now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So if we could change the music a little bit, change the mindset of some of these guys, maybe they can be role models, and these youngsters will start doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Breaks my heart though, brother, when I see these kids, especially like real young kids 4 years old, 3 years old, and they're talking
yeah,
and they're yelling back at their mom. They're fighting in school,
yeah.
fighting the teachers or whatever
I know.
authority there is fighting them. It's not looking good, brother.
No, it's not. I know in the past when I was a youngster, they tried to promote the anti-violence, right? And that was never going to stick because that's not realistic. Young men need to have a healthy relationship with violence, right? It's a tool that can be used and should be used during certain occasions. I think wearing it like a necklace is not the answer either. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what
Yeah,
the culture, the music has become is like wearing violence like a necklace, brother.
yeah.
It's appealing. It's like, nah, man, look, be willing to commit violence. Just don't keep telling everybody about it. You know what I'm saying?
It looks like that's all that can happen, brother. Some men have to say, "Nah, it's enough." Actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna change some stuff. It's got to be young men too, brother.
Yeah.
It can't be us. It's got to be young men.
Yeah.
And then the message gets around, and they say, "Well, if I stop now, maybe I won't. It's almost my turn to die. I'm almost next. Maybe if I stop now, I may not die." Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see, brother. This is really just a discussion because I don't know if I have the answers. I don't know if we even scratch the surface. But it's unfortunate, man.